How are you today? Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to watch a YouTube recommended videos. I don't know if it's just me, but lately for the past few months and weeks, YouTube has always been doing these recommended videos for some reason. And these videos are actually, I don't usually watch, but it's quite interesting and it's kind of odd and kind of suspicious. Don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious, don't be suspicious. Okay, so these are the videos that I usually don't watch, but it's on my recommended. And when I click the date, it has been ages ago. It's like 2 to 5 years ago. Sit back, relax, and this is my fair share of snacks, chips, and coconut water. So good. And let's watch it together. By the way, I don't own these videos. This is entirely my pure reaction and this is my own opinion. So thank you for your understanding.
So first of all, this is my microphone. It's quite broken and
yeah. Wow.
I've been drinking a lot
he actually
of this
uses a mic.
right now, so I'm sort of drunk and I'm feeling really down.
So that's the reason why. That's when the story's getting more interesting into your head. Yes.
Like, extremely down. And I will tell you why. It's because my entire life I've been treated quite bad. I should also say, like, this is a warning, my English is not that good.
No.
And like
English so good.
Just I feel really alone.
Oh.
And I felt like I was gonna search YouTube for people with the same issue as me, and that is being really unattractive. And I've been having lots of issues with that, because every video I come across is with a really attractive or normal person, and they have no idea how it really is. So first off,
it really hurts him so much. But this is the reason why. I know that you guys were thinking, why did he upload this video on YouTube when he couldn't even able to talk or share this rants to a person? It's because sometimes we wanted to say something to a person, but we rather not to, because we don't want to feel judged. And in that way, it's much better if we don't say anything to them. It seems like on YouTube, uploading video on YouTube makes you feel like you are being listened rather than being judged.
Of all, right now I'm putting up quite of a show. So if you think that I look pretty good right now, it's because I'm doing my absolute best to show you that I look good. It's also the cam. So first of all,
that's I know. That's mine.
my teeth are fucked up and I'm pushing forward my jaw all the time.
Pushing your jaw? How do you do that?
I have extremely much loose skin. This is nothing I can do anything about. I've been checking this a lot. I have so much loose skin. It makes me terrible.
Yeah, he lose weight. It seems like he lose a lot of weight. That's the reason why.
Forehead.
The skin.
And my hair is making me look really good, but if you would take away the hair, like, I got pretty bad posture, have a really big bulky nose, and my lower lip is a lot bigger than my higher lip.
He really
like
point out every angle that he thinks that.
So I'm using my hair.
It's ugly for him.
I'm letting it grow out so it covers, and then I use a hat to hide my eyebrows. Everything is like, I do not look good. I've never in my entire life had anyone telling me I look good. If I look from this side, like this, push forward my jaw, maybe on cam I look a little bit better, but people in person, they see my nose, they see my lips, they see my tooth, they see everything, they see this, they see that I'm not looking that good. I get so much critic, and I'm gonna tell you the story of my life, how to say it, of how I've had it. And also I should tell you, I may look quite bad, but there are people that have it hundreds times worse. So
no, you're not.
I'm not comparing myself to the worst of the worst. I'm just here to tell my story because I know lots of people.
You're not the worst. And you're not like the worst, just like what you're talking about. No. You don't deserve these words to yourself, honestly. Especially if you have like a complete features, you have eyes, you have eyes, ears, nose, and everything to live. I don't think it's worse.
On YouTube, they are like looking on these. They're trying to find someone to relate to, and they can't, because every person in the video is a girl, or it's a guy that looks decently alright. Like he doesn't have a big nose or big lips or anything. He doesn't. It's always something. So let me start off by telling you the story of how I started getting called ugly. So I had a very big trouble having friends as younger. Everyone always avoided me, found ways to get rid of me, and I sort of didn't care back then. And I got some friends when I was maybe, how old was I? I think I was like, I'm sorry if this takes time. It's hard to talk to me about. This isn't scripted or anything. This is actually real.
Yeah.
I was around 13 when I got my first serious friends. I was 13, 12 to 13.
Wow. 12 to 13.
And they were like 16 to 18, beautiful alpha males. And like, they were the first ones to start calling me ugly. And
they're not even at his age when he able to make friends. Wow.
That was quite a shady neighborhood, so it's like, they were with me because my mom gave them cigarettes and stuff, so they were like my guardians.
That's the reason why. Because his mom gave them a cigarettes.
Sort of. And they were the first people to call me ugly. And
wow.
Things went on, and I ended up in...
I don't know, but here in the Philippines, when someone said told you that you were ugly, that's some sort of like, you don't really mean it. It sounds like just a tease. But it seems like the intention of this man that he thought his friends are not really good.
The first time I started, I was never like caring about girls. Girls were like meh. Because I remember being young, they chased around the other guys at the schoolyard, and they were like pretending like the girls were trying to kiss the boys, and the guys were like, ew. And I remember how they all chased each other, and no one chased me, so I was just standing there being like, what the fuck?
Oh my god. That's so fun. I'm just laughing at his story. It's really cool. Like, no.
Is there something wrong with me? I was like the only one at that time that was like, oh, I sort of wish a girl would chase me.
Okay. That makes
it happened. So yeah. Let's see. I should just cut to the chase. When I was 15, I started liking girls, like being interested in girls, and God, this is so difficult. It's so difficult making. because I'm also drunk and I don't really know if I want to make this. I'm trying to do this anyway. So
push.
Okay, wait. I need to get into that.
Yeah, you can do that, man.
Whew.
Yes.
Okay, so
it's actually really hard to talk in the camera, especially if you don't have anything, you know, like you don't have fixed into your mind. You haven't like done any kind of keywords or notes. It's quite hard.
When I was 15, I realized that I wanted to have love in my life. I was 15 years when I realized I wanted that, and like the amount of people that rejected me is astonishing. It's unexplainable.
Wow.
I remember I was 15, I went to school, I was socially inactive, I was a bit overweight. That's where all this comes from, because I was a little bit on the overweight side.
The amount of people I regretted.
Not much heavier, but I was heavier. And
I mean that he regretted.
I think the total sum from when I was 15 to 17 was well over 400 or 500 girls that I wrote with, that I tried to get into a relationship with. And that's not normal girls. I've never gone for the normal attractive girls. I knew from the start, like, they are not for me. They set these standards that are so high. They want attractive guys that are smart and funny and everything. So
high standards.
they set up, like, I tried to write with girls, and I wrote with girls that were over.
Yeah, sometimes as girls we have some unrealistic expectations and goals. Yeah, we should definitely put that on a lower level. But I do understand.
Overweight, that didn't look so good. Some of them had a big nose like me, some had big lips, some had shorter hair. I even wrote with I think it was like three girls that were handicapped. Now this time I was between 15 to 17 years, so I was quite young. And every single one called me ugly. Every single one. And some of them were straight up honest with it and said that you're not my type or you're ugly. That's like, if someone says you're not my type, that's the nicest way someone can say that you're ugly.
Right.
So always heard, you're not my type.
What a bully.
So that's something I heard a lot. And after 2 years, I gave up. I simply gave up totally. And
You give so.
when I gave up, I started to care more about writing with people who had it difficult, who were sad, and who didn't have it easy. And that's when I first met the first girl in my life that wanted to be with me. And I spent 7 years with that girl, and I regret it very much, because that was a girl that treated me so badly and was just using me. She called me ugly. She forced me to walk 5 to 10 meters behind her. She'd never hold my hand. She never kissed me. She never did anything to show appreciation of me.
Definitely she don't love you.
Just simply used me.
At all.
And it was not a good relationship. She never cared about me. She was always angry, aggressive. And for the first half year, she didn't really want to be in an actual relationship with me. She just wanted to be with me. We had sex and we had fun, I guess, sorta. Except when we went outside, when I was forced to go behind her.
She's using you,
into a relationship, and she did everything for, I think it was 3 or 4 years. She forgot my birthday. She was
4 years.
She was flirting with other guys online. I always did everything I could. When I gave her 20 minutes massages on her back every day. Even though I was sick, I am sick in my body as well. Like,
oh my god, he gave 20 minutes massage every day.
It was when it sort of started, so I was not really feeling that well. I was weak, I was sad, but I gave it
Poor
my
guy.
all. I tried to be a good boyfriend, I gave her massage,
I feel so bad for him. You don't deserve
bought
it.
her presents when I had money, I spent my time with her.
Wow.
I altered my personality for her so she wouldn't feel that it was weird. I tried my best
He's really
to be
good.
the perfect I could, and she always told me, you're not enough, or like, you're not good enough, or things like that. She always told me that. And this is how it was for about 3 years. Or 4 years. Then I moved, and she didn't.
You don't deserve a person who said that to you. Okay? You are not enough. That hurts.
Move with me. She was like, it's not worth it if you move it.
And the relationship is like that for 4 years. Imagine that. For 4 goddamn years.
It's over. So I moved. It was over. Then she started calling me and being like, you should take me back because you are unlovable. I remember those words so clearly. You are unlovable.
Wow.
That's the worst thing I ever felt. And I was like, screw this. Nope. And I was alone in a cabin in the middle of nowhere.
I don't understand why the girl is still being with him. It seems like she likes putting down him so much, like putting down, like breaking his spirit, breaking his heart. I think she really enjoys it. I mean, based on his story, I mean, that's really nasty.
In the woods. It's a movie, I know, but I was literally living in a cabin. I have an actual video of it when I recorded, like, back then, because I have other YouTube channels. This is a new thing, but like, those are for gaming and stuff like that. Anyway, I was living in a cabin for 4 to 5 months, all alone. And she called me. It was after like a few weeks, the first month. She was like, take me back, you're unlovable, you should be with me. I was like, nope. And that's the first time I started writing again with new girls. It had been 3 years, or almost 4. I had lost weight. I had started exercising more. I was a bit stronger.
Wow.
Things were a little bit easier, like living, and I was also developing my alcoholic problem. I mean, you can't say alcoholic because it's not that bad, but like, I was drinking a lot. Anyway, I lived in that cabin, and I started writing with new people in my area, which was really not many. I had to like take the closest town. It was an hour away, but like, I managed to find a girl there. And by that time, I met her. We were just friends. It was chill. She was actually a terrible human being. She was like, she only cared about money, how people look. She wanted to have a guy that took care of her and all that. So I didn't really feel anything for her. We were just friends. But in the end, she was 17 and I was 20. So it was like, so like, I remember I bought lots of alcohol to her. And she was like, keep some of this, we're gonna use this later. And so I kept some of it. And she then one time visited me in the woods. She spent her night with me. And we laughed, we drank, we had fun, and we had sex. And that's the first time I felt accepted I felt like I had hope in my life.
Wow.
I really felt like
I had
there is
hope
for me. Like, there's someone for everyone. I really felt like there are people that will look past.
Yeah, boy, that's my boy.
Right. There are people out there who will look past how you look and be with you, even if you're unattractive. And it doesn't even matter to what degree of unattractive you are, because there will be girls that will not really care. The problem is finding them, which is, I would say that depends on the country. If you're in a country with extremely lots of tourism, extremely good economy,
that's
everyone
true.
are decently rich, like everyone are
That's
decently
true.
beautiful, all that, maybe it's time to look into future plans and move to another place where you can find more unattractive people.
Yeah, that can be
sorta
the
what you
case.
want.
That's true.
Anyway, this girl and I was friends a few weeks, and or were, well, friends with benefits, and then
Wow.
we sort of broke contact and stuff. She was one of those
He
people
has
that
friends
were
with benefits.
I get bored of people.
Told ya, you're not ugly, man.
So we didn't really stay friends. Anyway, after that time, I sort of got really annoyed of being alone, and my ex wanted to come visit me, the girl I was with for all those years that treated me so bad, and I was so weak, so I said okay, and I spent another it was about 3 years. I spent 7 in total with her, so it was about 3 more years with her. And those years sort of improved quite a lot. They were a lot better than the first 3 years, so it wasn't that bad. But it didn't work out because I was so unhappy. I was extremely unhappy. It felt like we had nothing in common. She was always angry, moping, complaining, and she didn't feel good, and I didn't feel good. We were just tearing each other down. We couldn't forget all the things in the past. And like we had nothing in common except just being angry on each other. So we broke up, and that was about 5 months ago now. And I moved past everything quite easily. So 1 month ago, after we broke up, I started to try and date again. And the bombardment of you are ugly or not my type was so unreal. I can tell you a few things that I've been through. I've met people that are girls that are extremely overweight and don't look well as well, and they tell me, you're not my type, you're way too ugly, or they make up an excuse like, oh, you didn't text me the same day, I can't have you as a contact, and they do anything to get rid of you. And then there was this time when I had a date with a girl, and I had spent lots of money on making a perfect day together, like I had set up everything perfectly.
Wow.
And I went on...
That's a true gentleman.
...an hour, and I stood on the train station.
Man, listen to him.
and I looked for her for 2 hours before I was like, okay, she gave up. And then I went home, and then she wrote that when she saw me, I was so ugly, she didn't have the encouragement to talk to me.
Oh my god.
And now I made an algorithm for a site that's like Tinder, but it's called Pado. It's like Tinder pretty much, where I automatically love every person, no matter who. It's like
I don't have Tinder account, so I couldn't really relate, but you know, I think I can understand what he's talking about.
That I made, so that I click a button and it likes 600 people every day, which is the limit. And I've done that for over 10 days, so that's, I know easily it's over 6,000 people that I have liked on that side. Like
6,000 people
like and wants to write with.
Oh my god.
No one, not a single one has responded.
Not a
single one, even though I put on the best photos I can find. Not a single soul wants to reply or write or give a person like me a chance. So where am I standing in this all right now? Extremely depressed, extremely sad, feeling like giving up. I have sort of given up a lot on many things, and all these events through the years have made that I haven't been able to live a normal life, because my friends were commenting on me not looking good, my family's been commenting on it, everyone's always pointing it out, and I get so frustrated, sad.
That is really bad. I mean, if you think the person has something needs to improve, just tell them. But don't tell them that they're ugly. Just tell them like, you know what, you can do this instead. Instead of saying directly to the person like you were ugly. Or I mean, I know some of us like we just use that word for teasing, but if you have like a bad intention to it, just keep it to yourself. Instead, help the person. Tell the person what he or she instead doing right now.
When people look away, they are like, no, we don't want a guy like you as our friend. Like, and I'm currently in a situation where I'm waiting for plastic surgery because that's the
Oh
only
my
way.
god!
And I'm telling you this right now. If you're
He's deciding to get a plastic surgery.
unattractive,
Oh my.
the only way for you to
Please don't.
get
I mean,
normal
no offense
life
with those.
is to work.
But okay, if he does, I understand, totally understand.
Or go to the hospital again.
But it's just like plastic surgery shouldn't be a solution, because technically sometimes isn't just in our mindset why we're having this. We should definitely start loving ourselves. We should start having a self-confidence, and that's when we should have like plastic surgery, I guess, if you prefer that. But if you going to have a plastic surgery because you just want to create a new life, you just want to, I don't think that's going to be good in the long run. Don't you think?
Get psychiatric help, and if it's severe enough, they will give you free surgery or whatever. Get the surgery so you look better. You don't have to be a model. Just get the flaws out. Get the big issues. Because especially if you're a guy, this is also a guy problem. Because if you are a girl,
oh my god, his worst flaws out.
Doesn't really matter how you look. If there's so many guys like me, or in a similar situation, there's so many of us. Unexplainable amount. I've written and talked with so many guys in the same situation as me, where they have either a few flaws or many in their face. They don't look that terrible, but like it's severe enough that this issue comes up. So if you're a girl, you can find these guys. There's no problem, and you don't even have to look good. I've written with so many handicapped girls who have even bigger flaws in their appearance than me, and everything. They have no problem at all. Any girl can find any guy anytime they want. No issues whatsoever. This is a guy problem because there is less supply of guys than girls, because girls are the one that choose the guys, not the other way around, unless you're really attractive.
No.
Now I mean in general. So this is a
I
guy
don't think
problem.
so.
If
Sometimes
you're a guy, if you don't look good, get surgery. Only way. Get surgery.
Get surgery.
If you have the possibility,
he's so sure about the
or
surgery.
get muscles. It's about it. Only thing. And I don't say that to be rude. I just say that's my conclusion, because this is something I've been suffering with for
sure.
about 11 years, I think, if not more.
11 years.
11 years I've been suffering with this.
Oh.
I've never in my entire life gotten a single
I don't have
compliment that's been
chips.
real. Everyone has always just used me. I've heard so many times, you're funny, you're doing this and that, that's nice. Like, personality is one thing. When it comes to love, at least for me, in the place I live, only matters how you live. So get surgery if you can. I'm repeating myself because I'm running out of things to say. And this is probably the only video I can ever do right now. If by any chance you guys will like this, whoever watches it, if even anyone watches it, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm gonna like
hope it
it.
goes better for you.
I'm gonna
I
like
hope
it.
you can sort of relate to me, and that you're in a...
That's the end of the video. What do you think? what do you think? Ooh, okay. And I totally understand him. And knowing this video, I'm really glad that he posted this. We able to empathize with his situation or in any other people's situation. That's the reason why let's be kind and considerate at all times, because that's the only thing that we can do. You know, we don't, everybody has their own stories and we don't know what they're dealing with, what there's on their head, on their thoughts. So I think it's very important to be kind and considerate, definitely. Oh my god. I hope, I don't know, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts about this, and if you like me to, you know, do more reaction videos, I'll see you on my next video. Please do subscribe if you like this one, and you know, notification bell and everything. Thanks for watching. Bye and have a great day.